They said it was just a shed, just a car, just a waste of time. They never understood that some men build their whole soul in a place like this.
Blood out on the concrete, fire in the steel. This is the only place where broken things heal. Knuckles split open, heart wide apart. A man and his machine and the beat of his heart. Shed life, it runs in our veins. Shed life, through the fire and the rain.
3 in the morning and the globe is still on. Been here since Friday, the weekend is gone. Shell of a Commodore, nobody believed in. Stripped to the chassis, that's where I find meaning. Ground every panel, back to bed, still in truth. Laid everywhere like I was chasing my youth. The grind is my gospel, the torch is my prayer. And the smoke that comes rising is the answer in the air. They told me let it go, I said watch what I do. When a man finds his purpose, there's no talking him through. I don't build for the trophy or the crowd or the fame. I build because without it I'm not quite the same.
Blood on the concrete, fire in the steel. This is the only place where broken things heal. Knuckles split open, heart wide apart. A man and his machine and the beat of his heart. Shed light, it runs in our veins. Shed light through the fire.
Missed the birthdays and the dinners and the easy Saturday sleep, but I never missed the moment that the metal ran deep. Every bolt tells a story, every scratch shows a date. Every band on this body is a twist left to fate. You don't just build a car, the car builds you raw. Strips away the ego and the things that you thought you saw. That's the moment that defines you. Do you walk or stay? I walked out of that shit door and come back the same day. Because the build doesn't care about your pride or your pain. It only cares if you show up in the cold and the rain.
Blood on the concrete, fire in the steel. This is the only place where broken things heal. Knuckles split open, heart wide apart. A man and his machine and the beat of his heart. Shed light, it runs in our veins. Shed light through the fire and the rain.
I used to present the roller door and what lived behind it. The hours are swallowed and the man I couldn't find him. But then I saw him on the night the motor finally ran. Stood there in the driveway, God I saw the whole man. Because he wasn't just rebuilding something covered in rust. He was rebuilding every piece of himself he'd lost to us. The pressure and the grind and the weight of being needed. The shed was where he went, so none of us could see it. And when he drove it down the street for the very first time, I finally understood the shed was also mine.
Blood on the concrete, fire in the steel. This is the only place where broken things heal. Knuckles split open, heart wide apart. A man and his machine and the beat of his heart. Shed light, it runs in our veins. Shed light through the fire and the rain.
My father's hands look just like mine at the end of the day. Same grease in the knuckles, same things he couldn't say. He never told me that he loved me with his words out loud, but he showed me with a spanner and a son he made proud. Passed me down, he said drum set the morning that he left. Said these will never let you down, I put them to the test. Now my own kid watches from the guards on Saturday. Doesn't know it yet, but he's already on his way. The shed isn't just a shed, it's all of us.
Here's to every light that burned when the rest of the world went dark. To every rusted dream that someone refused to park. To the women standing watching at the roller door at night, understanding just enough to know it had to be right. To the fathers and the sons and the language without words. To the sound of something firing up that finally gets heard. We're built from what we build and we build because we must. Every shed and every suburb, every single one of us. This is shed life, this is your life. This is Australia, built one bolt at a time. Blood on the concrete, fire in the steel. This is the only place where broken things heal. Knuckles split open, heart wide apart. A man and his machine and the beat of his heart. Shed light, it runs in our veins. Shed light through the fire and the rain.
The globe's still on. The roller door is down. And I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Shed life.